Hey everybody, happy Saturday and welcome to day 2 of Blobfest 2018. Now once again, Blobfest has been nice enough to invite me out as a guest, which is absolutely amazing. However, this year I requested not being in the guest room because that room is kind of hidden, and on top of that, it's actually in the theater, which does require a ticket to get into. So this year I asked, could I be out on the street? And they were nice enough to grant me that request. So I will be out at the street fair, set up, selling retro store merchandise, and of course, checking out the festivities. So let's go get our blob on. And here we are back in beautiful Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, outside of the Colonial Theater, way too early in the morning. After editing and filming last night, I got about 3 hours of sleep, so I'm just a little tired, but as you can see, I am set up and I am ready to sell. But before that, I gotta check out the competition to see what they are selling and to see what I'm going to be buying. And right away, I find some really cool VHS. Just look at that amazing artwork. I have to put that into my collection. And I have no idea what Roller Gator is, but the name alone has me completely sold. And there were many more titles in here that I was very interested in grabbing for both me and for the store. But this early on, I have to be good. Even though the prices are amazing, I cannot go too crazy, or otherwise I'm gonna be completely broke before I even get to check out what else is going on. But oh, with artwork like that, I could be in big trouble. And with artwork like this amazing King Kong vs. Godzilla, it's official, I am in trouble. There was just so many great VHS tapes in here, and again, the pricing was amazing. I was so tempted to pretty much grab everything I was seeing, but alright, I have to have some control. I'm gonna hold back just a little bit, and to get my mind off that, it was time for the Fire Extinguisher Parade. If you guys have seen the Blob, you do know what that's about. I love that. And they also had this amazing rockabilly band and people right out front doing a bit of swing dancing. Yes, that is Dash Daring and his wife right there tearing up the road. That was a lot of fun to watch. But all right, back into the media, and oh boy, once again, I'm in big trouble. This is a lot of DVDs, and I'm seeing a lot of really good movies, including some awesome Disney at only $5 a piece. That is a really good deal, but luckily enough, I did actually have every single one of those, so I was able to pass. But what I did not want to pass on were all of these amazing Warner Archives releases, and as you can see, there are plenty of them scattered throughout this entire table. I have not seen this many DVD-Rs since I was standing in my own library. I wanted every one of those, and are you kidding me? The Beatles Anthology, brand new factory sealed for $25? That's a steal, but I am only missing one disc and the outer box, so even though the price was amazing, I'm gonna have to pass. Although I kind of regret that. Dennis the Menace Season 2, I would have grabbed that as well, but it was scratched. And hey look, some really cool Universal Horror plush and an entire box of Criterions. Yikes. But okay, this here I am gonna grab. The Sound of Movies. That's been on my wish list for some time. Awesome find. And then it was time for the costume contest. We got Yogurt, very cool, and Janet Leigh from Psycho. Very great costume and actually did win first place. That was awesome. We have Elvira. That was cool as well, but personally, I think my friend Amanda here and her Velma costume should have won first place, but I don't know, maybe I'm a little biased. So as you can see, plenty of amazing costumes. I love the costume contest, something to always look forward to every single year. But now back to the sellers, and okay, there are some movie marquees and some 35mm film trailers. There's one for Volcano, that's really cool, but I do actually already have a lot of these, so I have to be kind of picky. But wow, Lethal Weapon 4, that one was kind of cool. And I really love this vinyl artwork. These were really neat. Again, super creative. And movie advertisement buttons. those were also very, very tempting. And of course, a boatload of amazing toys. And to top things off, Starship Troopers on Laserdisc. Again, I'm in big, big trouble. But at least my buddies, 8-Bit Fusion, were here to help me not spend too much money. Although I kind of wanted to grab this A Boy and the Blob artwork. That is amazing and super creative. Big props up on that. Very, very cool. And of course, these amazing pillows were just blowing my mind. I could picture these on my couch in the library. These were so incredibly cool and very well done. I did actually end up passing, but I was still just blown away by the creativity there. And if you were looking for a poet for hire while at Blobfest, well, this year you were in luck. I have no idea what that's about. These dolls were also really cool and extremely terrifying, but kind of cool to see. I did love all of those, and oh, look at that. What a cutie that guy has in his hands. That's awesome. So back into some more horror here, and once again, I'm loving everything I'm seeing. I love horror merchandise. So cool. This wall of children's souls. I mean, that was really, really cool. But okay, this is more my speed. A box full of DVDs, and right up front, the Best of Insomniac Volume 2. That's a bit rare. I might have to grab that one, but Disc 1, not in the best condition, and Disc 2, not even there, so I am gonna pass up on that, very sadly. However, I will grab some History Channel. That was a cool find, and Repo the Genetic Opera, I'm gonna grab for the store. Again, a really cool find, and after some more digging, All I Want to Do, a title that's been on my wish list for a good long while now. I'm gonna grab that, and some more History Channel. Again, some more really cool finds. And again, some more really cool artwork. One guy created all of this, and I wanted everything. Look at that Predator. I mean, again, all created by one guy. This was all so amazing, but once again, if I were to buy any of this, what would I do with it? I don't know, but once again, mind completely blown. I love all this artwork. There were some cool, amazing buttons there, but I'm even more surprised by the amazing VHS artwork. That was really cool. And they also had some VHS tapes in general for sale, but nothing there I needed, so I am gonna pass up on those. And some more amazing artwork, this time guarded by Slimer, or as some teeny boppers said in the crowd, isn't that thing from that Ghostbusters movie? I am so incredibly old, and I'm so incredibly scared. Reagan gives me nightmares. Still, cool artwork though. This here was my friend Summer who was set up. Again, amazing artwork, a lot of it horror related, which I love seeing. There she is. Always recommend picking up some goodies from my friend Summer here. Again, some really cool stuff. But after being out in the sun and getting all sweaty, I was feeling kind of disgusting and wanted to get myself Steve McQueen clean. So of course, I had to pick up some Blob soap, and it looks like I'm gonna grab the last bar they have. This is always a big seller every single year. I love Blob soap. That is so cool. These guys I actually did check out last year. They do some amazing artwork as well, and some of it is actually in 3D, which is really interesting and really cool, and once again, really creative. And what convention would be complete without Mr. Lobo? Absolutely none. And of course, he was set up selling all his Mr. Lobo merchandise as well. And my wife was blown away by these parasols, many of them being Disney related. I do believe she actually did not end up getting one. I'm not incredibly sure why. She was really into these, and they were really, really cool. But personally, my eye went directly to this popcorn purse. I don't need it, but it's just really cool to see. I loved that. Very creative. And look, Blob Marley, I'm sorry. I mean, Blob Dylan is back this year. And of course, so is Cinema Sickness. That is awesome. And there is Miss Sickness and Down to Movie? All right, you guys have some explaining to do. I don't know what that was about, but all right, let's check out the VHS Preservation Society. Now, as I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of bootlegs, but these I can kind of get behind because many of these titles are either out of print or have never been released to DVD, and the ones that you might see that are actually available on DVD or Blu-ray, I do believe at the time were not available when they were pressed. So again, I can get behind those, and I can also get behind even more amazing artwork. Those Audreys were really cool. These pumpkins were even cooler. This is something I could never do in a million years, and I absolutely loved it. And I also loved these pins as well. However, I did pass up on those, but once I saw the name of the company, I almost had to grab one just based on that alone. Very cool. Now these here had a big line, very, very popular at Blobfest. They're essentially sideshow artwork, but done in a really cute sort of way. And again, these were selling like crazy, and I can understand why. These framed on a wall would look absolutely just fantastic. But before I left Blobfest, there was one more thing I had to do, and that was check out some original miniatures from the movie, and drumroll please, the actual Blob from the 1958 classic, The Blob. Yes, that is the actual Blob right there. How cool is that? So at this point, guys, it was starting to get kind of late, and Blobfest Day 2 was coming to an end, and as you can see, everybody is packing up, and, well, I need to do the same or I'm never gonna get out of here. There was Aurora Gory Alice. She was really cool, an awesome horror host, and some people randomly hula hooping. Not sure what that was about, but always fun to see. But alright guys, like I said, Day 2 of Blobfest 2018 is coming to an end. I gotta head back to my car, I gotta pack up, which is gonna take a very, very long time. Thankfully, I do have my wife with me today, and she will be helping me pack up as well as helping me sell, which was really nice of her to do. So, alright guys, again, like I said, time to pack up, get out of here, and get back home so we can take a look at everything that I picked up. Alright guys, back home from Day 2 of Blobfest, which is always by far my favorite day. Saturdays are, in my opinion, the best. Even though I do love Friday, the run out, it's a lot of fun, something to check out if you can get tickets. And Sunday is a very kind of low-key day where they do just show the Blob and do some Q&As and stuff like that. But Saturday is kind of the big payoff day. There's the street fair, there's guests, they are showing the Blob, there's all kinds of fun activities. There is the costume contest, and this year the actual Blob itself was there. Just again, a lot of really cool stuff going on. If you can only make it out to Blobfest for one day, I do recommend making that day a Saturday. You won't regret it. And this year, again, I was invited out as a guest, and I had been granted the privilege of being set up out on the street at the street fair, which was really cool, a whole new experience, and I did very well. I now need to go out and do some more hunting because I'm kind of low on merchandise. So, yeah, I did very well, which was just, again, fantastic. So, I had a lot of fun, and of course, I did some hunting. There were some people set up selling movies, and although I did not go crazy, I still found some pretty cool titles. So let's see what it is that I did pick up, starting with those VHS you saw me looking at the very beginning of the video. And I did grab two titles for the store, one being that King Kong vs. Godzilla, which by far has some of the most amazing artwork I've ever seen, simply just based on the colors alone. Why did they go neon? I have no idea, but I've always been a big fan of this artwork. I have a copy in my collection, so again, very cool. Had to grab that one for the store. And I also picked up Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Again, just some more amazing artwork and a really cool VHS release. Had to grab those for the store. And then I picked up 3 for my collection. First one here being Roller Gator. I mean, what the heck is this? There is a girl on rollerblades and an alligator on some kind of alligator on a skateboard. I mean, I have no idea, but the artwork and the name alone had me completely sold. I have to see what this is. And the guy who actually sold this to me said, after I watch it, contact him because he has to know what it is. So then I also picked up, again, for my collection, The House That Dripped Blood. Look at that amazing artwork. How could I pass up having this in my collection? And the same thing goes with Terror in the Wax Museum. Never in a million years did I think this movie from, when was this from? 1973 would have artwork that cool. That is like 1980s artwork. In fact, 1985 is when this was released. So that does make sense that they want to kind of beef up the artwork for probably, I'm assuming, or renting and maybe even selling at stores. So very cool. Again, just fantastic artwork. For that alone, had to go into my collection. So then there was that lady who had just a boatload of movies. I've actually seen this lady and the fellow who I believe, I think she said he was sick or something, so he was not there. But I believe it's a husband and wife team who sell just a ton of movies. They were actually out at the Columbus Flea Market when Rick and I were, and Chris, we were out there. And I did not buy anything off them at that point because I knew that in like a week it was going to be Blobfest and I'd want to buy something from them then. And they had a lot of stuff I did want to grab, and pretty much everything they had, with the exception of some, like, sealed titles, some box sets, Criterion, stuff like that might have been a little bit more expensive, including the DVD-R releases, but everything was pretty much $5. So, again, very tempted to grab a lot of stuff off of them, and even tempted to grab some of those DVD-R Warner Archives releases, but again, I did not want to go too crazy, and I was not seeing any of them that I really wanted to grab in the sense that, okay, that's a title I've been on the hunt for. It would have just been a bunch of blind buys or kind of just random pickups. So I did pass up on the Warner Archives releases, but I did grab The Sound of Movies, a Rodgers and Hammerstein documentary that I've been wanting to get my hands on for some time now. This was a really cool find. I do love Rodgers and Hammerstein movies. They're fantastic, great musicals, and I love documentaries. So again, something I've wanted to see for some time now. So for only $5, I of course had to get my hands on that. And then the only other titles I picked up were from that guy who had like a Rubbermaid tub full of movies. Not too much going on in there, but a few titles I did want to grab, including Repo the Genetic Opera, grabbing this for the store because the last copy I had did sell. And then 3 titles for me, or at least I think. We have 2 History Channel documentary sets. These are both double disc sets. We have Civil War Combat, America's Bloodiest Battles, and The Last Days of the Civil War. Now, the reason why I say these are maybe for me and not for the store is because I might already have these within, like, other sets. I have to check. I do have some History Channel DVD box sets, and these might be in there. I'm not sure. I did not dive too deep into figuring that out. So probably for me, that's why I did pick these up, but there is also a possibility these will find their way at the store if I do have them. So if you're interested, keep an eye out. They might show up, or even contact me. I'll give you first dibs. But this here was amazing. I was probably the most blown away by this, although, I mean, that VHS artwork's really cool. That Rodgers and Hammerstein documentary is really cool. But this is something I've had on my wish list for a really long time, and I never find this. And that is All I Wanna Do. I've had this on VHS, I believe, since back when I was at the condo. I've had this on VHS, and I just never see this on DVD anywhere. And I think that, like, 1 or 2 times I may have come across it, it was always in horrible, horrible condition. So to find a copy of this in complete mint condition for only $1, I had to pick it up. This was just an absolutely fantastic find. Really happy to finally replace my VHS copy. That was really cool, and in my opinion, kind of the gem of the day. So that's it. Like I said, I did not actually grab very much, and no, I did not end up picking up any of that Blob soap. I was tempted to, but then I thought thought about it more, and A, it was the last piece, and I kind of didn't want to take it away from somebody who maybe really wanted it, and B, I probably wouldn't have used it anyway. It would have just sat on a shelf. So I did pass up on the Blob soap, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, so again, that's everything that I did pick up from day 2 of Blobfest, which again was just amazing. Actually being out at the street fair, set up, selling a whole new experience I've never got to do in the past. I've always been in the guest room, which isn't really the best place to be set up in my opinion. So to actually be out on the street selling was just so much fun. Having the wife there to help me. She's never helped me at a convention before. She, I guess, kind of liked it. But to have her there helping me was just so cool. The fact that Crazy Joe showed up and Adam the Woo was back out there. Even ran into James Rolfe. We talked for a little while. Rick and RJ came out as well. So a lot of cool people. Made some new friends as well. The people next to me set up. They were really fun. We talked to them for a while. So again, a fantastic day. Had so much fun, and I'm already looking forward to doing it all again next year, which I've actually already been invited back out to. So yes, Blobfest 2019, I'm gonna be there, guys. Very excited about that. So we do still have one more day. I will be going back out there tomorrow to actually sit down and watch the Blob, and they will be doing some Q&As as well. So I'll be there to check all that out, which I'm very excited for. So all right, guys, that's it. My mouth is going completely dry. I should have got something to drink before this. So, all right. So yeah, guys, that is it. So as always, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button and you're going to get one. Also, be sure to click that notification bell as well, because you got to do that now. Also, be sure to check out Patreon, where you can help support the show. The simple donation of $1 or more, if you like, really does help out. Goes a long way. Goes right back into these videos, and it does gain you early access on most of my videos as well. Also, be sure to check out Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself many designs of Cinema Sickness t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops and hats and buttons and all kinds of really cool Cinema Sickness gear. And as always, most importantly, check out the Cinema Sickness Retro Store on Instagram, where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media like movies, music, video games, books, and all kinds of really cool retro toys and movie memorabilia, all kinds of really cool stuff there. Again, proceeds are by far the most important for the show. They are what keep the show going. So links to everything can be found down below in the description of this video. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I gotta get something to drink. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
One too many, but not enough. The Beer Belly Beast is born. Would it be inappropriate to say that I wish I had 3 hands?